Hi there, folks, and welcome to another episode of Michael in the Backyard. Well, a guy left a comment. Let's talk about one comment. Nope, let's just get right into this. A guy left a comment about, you sure got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I do. It's kind of a mess, and I worked my butt off for it too. Don't forget about that. None of this I have has come or given to me. It's been hard work to get there, and I worked my butt off to get to it. So the people go, oh, it must be nice, it must be nice. Nobody's left any must be nice comments, which I appreciate that very much. But I've worked for it. Well, as you can see here, we got stuff, lots of stuff. And we're getting ready to turn that into some other stuff. So this table here, I picked up the other day from a buddy of mine. You've probably seen him in a previous video where I went and rescued an aerocraft on my other channel. He helped me. He wanted to ride along and go along with me and, you know, be some emotional support for me. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm emotionally okay. I got a piece of steel here, 3 foot by 5 foot, 3/8 thick piece of plate. And I've got this cart, and I got, hopefully the light adjusts, I got some big old casters right over here. I got some heavy duty ones. I can't even remember what they're rated for. I do know that plate weighs 220 pounds, 229 pounds. And I've got these big 375 pounds, 5-inch heavy duty. Why did I get 5? Because they only had 3 of the 6-inch. That'll work. I've got this. I've got some plate. And guess what we're going to do? Your boy here needs a welding bench. Now, I've got benches. Yep, I'd have workspace over here if I clean that off. The top of that carburetor bench needs cleaned off. My solvent tank's covered. The top of this bench is covered in 1968 and 69 Evinrude that needs to go back together. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So, since I ran out of flat surfaces, I need to build another bench. And that's what we're going to do today, a weld bench, because I've got several welding jobs I want to do. I need a bigger work surface. I have been using this as my weld bench for years. It's small. I had a weld bench previously, and I got rid of it, and now I need another one. So that's what we're going to build today, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to build it, and I'll bring you along for the ride. Stay tuned. We're going to start sorting this mess a little bit and see if we can make ourselves some better utilized space, and also gain me a welding table out of the deal. Come along. You can never have too many storage containers. Well, maybe you can. If you don't have any places to put the storage containers, you might have too many. So, let's, this rack isn't crazy heavy as far as heavy duty, but it's heavy duty enough. This is all 2-inch square tubing here and here. This is some broke pieces here that are bolted together. If it gives me any problems, I'll just weld it. The nice thing being a weld table, chances are I'll have a welder nearby. What I don't want anymore is these casters here. Nothing crazy wrong with them at all. They're just not big enough. They got locks, which I prefer, but mostly I'm on flat ground in here anyway, except for the giant cracks in my floor. Oh, these are mechanical locks. These actually go down and there's like teeth. These are some really nice casters, but we're going to pull them off, and we're going to weld some plates on there that I can bolt my new casters onto. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Hopefully I got enough bolts. Should have checked my bolt inventory. How long a thread do you need? So we're going to do a little something here. It's called unorthodox. I could grind these off flush, but there's a nice flat surface there. Not unhappy with it, but I'm going to grind a little bit of this powder coat off here so I have a place to weld to, because I'm going to just bolt a plate up to here, weld it, take the bolt out, bolt my casters on. That way it'll hold everything in place where I want it. Let's work harder and smarter. That's that. Now what I have here is my wheel plates. I got one already drilled. I'm gonna put a hole down the center of it as well. But since I already have this one drilled, I don't have to lay anything out. I'm just gonna use it as a template. We'll do something like this, and we'll clamp it together. Now most of you may already know this, but when you're drilling like this, and you see that long curly thing come out, just relieve your pressure a little bit, break the curl. You don't have to pull it all the way back out, just lighten up the pressure, and you see they just break right off typically. Plastic might be a different animal. See, now the plan is, I should be able to just do something about like yay. So now I can just snug it down like that. Little weld, 1-inch weld all the way around, just right in the middle there. More than enough juice to hold it. Yep, sir. I gotta drag my welder over here. Now we got good casters underneath it so I can move it around the shop, which is very handy for me. Now these corner pieces are welded down with a little lip on it, which isn't going to bother me much because I'm going to lay a plate on top, but this working height isn't good for me. Quite frankly, I like to be standing. If I'm going to weld standing, of something, say a box this big might be about the right size, but also wouldn't mind sitting. So if you're sitting, dun dun dun, my chair's full of crap. Well, the question is, how high does it need to be for me to sit at? Now that's actually pretty high for TIG welding. I can also get, I got a stool, I got this chair. This chair would actually be a nice bench chair height. Boy, this is not too bad for height at all. What do I do? Because if I had a 2-foot diameter or 2-foot box I was welding on, foreshadowing, it would be high enough for me to stand and weld. This is low enough for me to sit and practice weld. Do some, this might be the right height. I hate to say it, but this just may be the height I want it. Part of me wants it workbench height, part of me doesn't. I've been working off that height of bench for years. My old weld table. Yeah. I think I'm gonna make it the height of my old weld table, because if I bring it up a little bit, there'll be a shelf underneath here that I can lay welding rod and stuff under here in. And the bottom shelf can hold all my other welding paraphernalia. I think that's the way I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna jack this thing up. Because right now, with the 3/8 plate on it, this thing would be 31 3/8. What's my other table measure? .36. Looks like I need to cut 4 pieces of tubing, 5 3/8 long. All right, what we've got here is I raised this up 5.5 inches from this surface here. And that's because I wanted it to be this working height here. It's worked well for me on my other bench. So I thought, why change or modify or do anything different. But now I've got the arduous task of putting a 229-pound piece of steel on top of this. Ouch. And how I'm going to do it is just watch. What I'm about to do not ever try and attempt to do this at home. I am a trained professional. There, nobody contradicted me. My plan is to bring this piece of plate in that weighs 229 pounds, according to my calculations. And I'm gonna lay it down, lay this on top, and then flip it back over on its feet. Wow, okay. What I have here is my dolly that I built over 30 years ago. It's capable of handling weights such as this, because I built it super strong. Now I'm gonna see if I can lay it down with it still remaining on the cart. Is the goal. That gets really heavy right about there. But then, dun dun dun, I'm gonna lay this over on top of it. Oh, there went some paint. Good thing I'm not in love with paint. Look at there. My goal is to have this thing about 2 inches from the overhang on the back, rest overhang on the front, split the difference left and right. That's the plan. It's yet to be determined if it's a good plan. We got 8.5. $10. That's all the weld I'm putting on that. It's just in those 4 spots. It should be plenty. This thing's not going anywhere. It's glued. Plus, if I decide to grind it off and do something different, I gotta grind off a lot less weld. See, now that I still got it on the cart, I still got a pivot point that's on the very end that I've added only this much weight to it, which is enough. My goodness, okay. Ooh. And my floor is dirty. Need to vacuum it. Here we go. See you later, O-ring. It's nice knowing you. Whew. I don't think I lost my O-ring. Then the goal is to go like this. Yep. Yep. I'll flip these rollers around. And hopefully, can I possibly nope. Negatory, Ghost Rider. Oof, damn. Maybe. Can I? I got some leverage here. Can I get it that far? Leverage. Look at that. Oh, you guys are witnessing this. Real time. Now, can I flop it on over? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I got control. Yep. Nope, nope, nope. Nice. There we go. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's soften up some edges here. Nice thing with them heavy duty casters, it rolls really nice and easy for me. I'm gonna put some stops down somehow, but we'll figure that one out in a little while. All right, pretty awesome. There's first of many cleanings with Simple Green. Now some of you would be tempted to grind this hot rolled finish off of here. You don't want to do that. This will actually hold up to the weld splatter quite a long time without it sticking, because that hot rolled scale that's on here actually helps that out a lot. And that's been my experience over the years. So some of you might be tempted to get that down to bare metal. Don't do it. Unless you're just really, I don't know, really don't want to listen to me. That's fine. Just telling you what I know. And whether you listen to me is all your business. I am pleased with how this turned out. This is a good working height. It's a nice smooth surface. It cleans up nice. Quite frankly, if I had a house, I wouldn't be afraid to put steel countertops on it. That's how crazy I am. Crazy, I tell you. Nice, look at that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed that project. I did, and now I've got a very useful tool. Now this isn't cheap. A piece of 3/8 thick plate like this was $234, $260 for a piece of plate this big. 3/8 thick, 3 foot by 5 foot. But the nice thing is a lot of projects I do seem to come out to be, you know, like a 4 foot by 2 foot. That way I got the 3 foot. And if it is longer than 4 foot, 5 foot, I've got some support here. I could easily put together a square tubing frame on here and square it up and have plenty of. The reason I wanted this overhanging only 2 inches on the backside was to have the some clamping space along the edges if I want to clamp something. I can also determine eventually if I want to weld some pieces on here that I can flip up. I've done that in the past. Oh, I need to clean that yet. Wow. That's even the front. I got it flipped around backwards. But to help, you know, for a quick square. Now, in order to lock this down to the floor, I'm probably going to get me some of those kick down pads. And what they are is there's just like a little kick release that you can put on the bottom of your frame here, and you step on it, and it's got a rubber pad that goes to the floor and holds this thing in place. Then all you gotta do is give it a couple of kicks, and she's back off to the races again. But yeah, you can already see cleaning this all the time is gonna be fun. I like a clean shop. I know you can't tell, but I do. This is gonna be one step in the right direction. Having me a place to a workspace that stays clean. I use it, complete a job, get it off of there. No jobs going here until they're, you know, jobs that I can complete and get done. I've got two projects to go on here first thing. So that'll be in the next video. We're gonna create it. Actually, I've got four jobs to go right back on here with, which will be awesome. And it's gonna be fun to work on this surface to do what I need to do to make it happen. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. We'll see you on the next video. And I am out of here. Boy, it's gonna be a surface that I can hit stuff with a hammer. You're not gonna damage it. Oh, it's gonna be so amazing. Can't wait to do my next job.